What's going on, guys? Back again today with another episode of Locked and Loaded to talk about the latest news with Zenith Firearms and MKE. Sorry guys, before we get started, quick shout out to my boy Pete the Barber, whose business was deemed unessential by the government and, can't work because of that. Alright, so you might be sitting there asking yourself, who's Zenith and who's MKE? Why do I care about this? Well, you should care because if you're an MP5 fan, you know that Zenith is an importer for the Turkish company MKE. And they've been importing rotor lock firearms like the MP5 line for some years now. But for the past, I don't even know how many years, the supply has dried up. You couldn't get your hands on any Zeniths. Now, if you follow me from way back, my videos with the MP5K is of my Zenith. So I SBR'd it and make it a true MP5K PDW, and it just runs flawless. I always give so much praise to Zenith and MKE because it's just a top quality product for, I'm not going to say a fraction of the price, but for a lower cost than some of your more expensive builds. Now, Zenith falls right in line with companies like PTR who bring their product to the market around $1,700, $1,800, $1,900, something like that. When these came out, I got my hands on one of the first ones out of the first couple shipments into the US some years ago. I can't even recall, maybe 2012, 2013. It's been a while, it's been some years. So at the time, you could get them. You could get them. I got mine on Gunbroker from a shop somewhere else. They shipped it to my FFL. You could get them, and it was like $1,700, which is a steal because you have people like, now, mind you, at the time, PTR has been years away from releasing theirs. PTR just released theirs a couple years ago. So Zenith sort of had the market cornered in top quality roller delay blowbacks. If you cannot get your hands on a HK German kit, or if you paid a bunch more money to specialized builders who specifically build MP5 platform guns, and those are top quality stuff, and you're talking a few $1,000s when it's all said and done. At the time of these coming in, it was really only Zenith and POF of your big factory, your big company names putting out roller delay blowbacks. Now POF's cheap, they're on the very cheaper side, and their quality shows it. Zenith came in at maybe $500, $600, $700 more, but the quality was there. And one of the perks for the Zenith, the MKE line, was that they were built on HK tooling, old HK factory tooling that MKE purchased forever ago and started making their guns on that. So I looked at it like, this is the next best thing you can get to a German-made, brand name HK MP5. So it was a no-brainer. I had heard the stories of how well they were at the quality, all the QA stuff. It was just, they were great leaps and bounds above POF. So I decided to spend a couple extra bucks for the Zenith. And I'm telling you, I'm glad I did. And I will go to bat for Zenith MKE and say their quality is on par with anything that I've seen. I have not shot one of the HK SP5s that they just released to the civilian market, but I'm willing to bet money if I could do a head-to-head comparison, you would not be able to tell the difference. You just wouldn't. It's that good a quality. The market price when they came out before the panic was like $2,300, $2,400. Now people are paying, high twos into the threes, and it's just crazy. I'm an HK fan, but I just can't pay the premium just to have it. And people are going to go off in the comments, and I get it all the time. It's because you're too poor. You can't buy an HK. It's not that. It's just I could take that extra $1,000, $1,500 and buy like a couple more guns or another really good quality gun. It's like I can't justify it. I just can't. So the question is, where have they been? They posted a news announcement on their website. They posted it on their Instagram. That's how I saw it, giving everybody an update on what's been going on with Zenith, where their products have been, because it's been years. They have dried up the past 4 or 5 years, I mean, it's been dry. You could not get your hands on anything. So they released this press release, and it basically goes into the whole story between what's been going on with them and MKE over the past years. And I'm telling you, take a second to read it. I'll link it below. It is some story. I mean, you go through everything from corrupt officials to, just everything tied up in litigation. It's just a wild little story. It's not a long article, but I mean, it gives you a lot of information on what's been going on with them. And now the short of the story is ties have been cut with MKE, and Zenith will no longer be importing MKE firearms to the United States. So is that a good or bad thing? To me, time will tell. They also announced in that press release that coming up 2021, they will be releasing their own line of roller delayed blowback platform guns, so their own line of MP5 guns. And I'm really interested to see how that plays out. I'm going to try to get my hands on one and stack it up and shoot it right up against the MKE Zenith firearm and see what the quality is like. We'll get close. We'll look at welds. We'll look at, mag compatibility. We'll suppressor compatibility. We'll see if there's any differences. I have never had an issue with my Zenith. My MKE Zenith has ran flawless. I'm really anxious to see what they bring to the market. I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping the price point is also good. If Zenith can keep their new firearms at a price point sub $2,000 with PTR, at a time of around filming this video, before things happen, you could still get one for under $2,000. If they can keep that price point or lower, sub 1,500 or less, be even better. And if the quality is there, that's great. That's great for the community because it helps folks that maybe can't spend $2,000+ on a good quality MP5 replica, get their foot in the door and really have a chance to own one. And that's where I went with this. I could spend the $1,700 on my Zenith. I couldn't spend $3,000-$4,000 on a custom build. And I wanted to buy something good, not just a piece of crap. So now you may be asking yourself, well, what's going on with MKE? Well, MKE has chosen Century Arms to be their importer of their firearms into the United States. So, good for Century. Century has sort of a checkered past of quality control on their items. A lot of their early Century Arms MP5 lines, had a lot of quality issues. They just weren't good. The finishes were bad. The final product was just bad as far as reliability went. You had to send them out most times to shops, that could work on them and get them fixed and get you up and running. But that's an extra cost. You don't want to spend that extra cost. So guys, this is just a quick update video on what's going on with Zenith and MKE. Hopefully everything works out for the best. Hopefully Zenith puts out a good quality product very soon. Hopefully it's not a late 2021 or pushing it later on into 2022. Hopefully to get this out to market early 2021, and I'm going to try to get one and really see what it's all about. And Zenith, I'm talking to you. You got to do it. You got to put out a quality product. I have faith in you. I have faith in you because of this. So the standard, the bar is set high. You got to do it. It's got to be done right, or don't do it, because I don't want the name to be tarnished. I'm a supporter of Zenith. I love the product. I'm just saying, just do it right. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the stuff you're supposed to do. Follow me on Instagram at SteveMP5. I'll see you next time.